And it looks like we are back for another live episode of the Kingdom after a 2-week hiatus. One of the boys has gotten married. One of us has COVID. Don't know who. And and we're happy to have everybody here from across this beautiful country of ours. Saskatchewan, Alberta, Ontario, even Newfoundland. We have our inside source from Newfoundland. What's her name? Nag Gorman? Nag Gorman. Maybe they'll show up tonight. Who knows? Anyways, we will be back in approximately 30 seconds and we will see you then.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Kingdom Live. As we usually do, we're going to send it quickly up north to our boy Reg because we got a lot of things to cover today, having a week off, and see what's going on up there north. Reg, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. Just finished a night of pickling. Easton's still going in the background, so if you hear some banging around back there, that's what she's up to. Made some beans, pickles, pickled carrots, sweet pickles, and gonna get to jalapenos and beets right away. So it's been a busy night in the kitchen.
Nice.
But actually quietly kind of going against the grain here. They always say when you get married, you can kiss golf goodbye. Not 100% convinced that's true. I'd probably golf more in the last week and a half than I did the rest of the summer. It seems like things are going pretty good on the golf course right now too. So things are good right now. Officially off the market, yeah.
You get that stress off your back. You can.
Oh my God! What? Like, it's unbelievable, man. Holy shit! I didn't realize how. Like, I can't even imagine being the East, man. Because I was like busy, but like she was like it was probably 90-10 realistically for planning stuff. Like, yeah, it's a lot of weight off the shoulders in this household. You can tell things are a little more relaxed around here now.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Jor, what's happening out at Rossman, buddy?
Top of the evening to you, ladies and gentle folks. They're all for the girls, but this one is definitely for the girls. Hey, Reggie. Congrats, yes. Reggie. It's a big day, huge day, some would even say. Actually, it was like a really, really good day from start to finish. Although the videographers probably didn't need to show up at our house while I was still in bed.
How's it my gitch?
I didn't know that. Like the same one that had that drone. How about okay, we have to interrupt. How about the drone during the ceremony? Could you guys hear it up there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was wild.
I couldn't.
Really?
I was dialed.
Like there's 1,000 mosquitoes up there buzzing. But no, other than that, Rossman Lake could not be better. It's been nothing but sunshine for the last couple of days here. We got the big KNG Best and Worst tournament in 2 days from now. So me and Harley were out playing last night and checking things out. It's in great shape. And we've had about 5 teams enter the last couple of days. So looking forward to that one. Keeves is in the chat. What's up, Keeves? Also the Portage Open champion he should change his name in there, or at least change his profile pic to the trophy.
Yeah, something. Congrats, Keeves.
Congrats, Keeves. Attaboy.
But other than that, also was in Minneapolis, but maybe we'll touch on that a little bit after the intros. Maybe, I don't know. Kind of feel a lot of sync here. We've been off for a while. Drum said it felt like we've been off for like 2 years, but
I massacred the intro too.
Yeah, that's okay.
We'll get her back.
Dance around that.
What's that? Sorry?
I had to dance around that a bit. I went blank, but we're good.
Drums, tell us a bit about what's happening in your life, my good friend.
Not a whole lot currently. We had a nice little week off. We were at the cabin for a week as well. Took Luca golfing for the first time out at Rivers.
Oh, nice.
That was pretty awesome.
Good course to start on for sure.
Yeah, it was perfect. Completely dead, so we got to play as slow as we want to and let him putt around on the greens and stuff. So it was pretty cool.
Is he still playing left-handed?
Oh yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Was he ever? That's awesome.
It's good to
Like,
see.
When I make him putt, like to actually putt it into the hole, I putt with him as he's right-handed, but when he swings, it's still left. And I don't. And now he's got hockey sticks too. Shoots left-handed too. It's not a good look.
You can't
Not
fight
a good
it.
look.
I get about 90 sticks you can have, so it's probably not a bad problem to have.
Have you seen mini sticks nowadays though?
Holy shit!
Ridiculous.
Oh my god!
They're
And they're like
more
60
expensive
bucks.
than our sticks we played hockey with.
I think they come with different curves now. You don't
Yeah.
have to put them over the oven or the stove
Yeah.
anymore. They
Cook
just
'em
come
up.
with curves.
It's nuts.
Unreal. Remember how just getting it caught on there, getting too hot, and just snapping the blade like on a brand new one?
Yeah, or it just melts off.
Oh no!
Or
That
they
was
burn.
like not safe for 6-year-olds to be burning plastic over the oven.
Yeah, it seems crazy to think about now, actually.
Standard operating procedure.
But we made it. We're
There
here.
never used to be seatbelts, but we evolve, I guess, right?
True. Very
We
true.
are here.
Ken, what'd you fire in the Portage Open there? And who was your biggest threat that you beat out? What's that old boy's name there? Donnie? Rigo, you know Donnie?
No.
You know Donnie.
Danny.
Anyways, we got a show tonight. The theme of the episode is be a better playing partner. And where that stems from is last week we briefly touched on a few of our biggest pet peeves on the course. We kind of asked people on Instagram to give a few discussion topics, and that was one of them. So we shared ours. And so instead of telling you what we think about it, we reached out to Instagram and we got about, I don't know, 30 replies. So we're going to buzz through a few of them tonight. We got some good ones that we left out. And they're pet peeves. So it's something that you can just maybe, if you're doing it, try not to do, and then maybe be a little bit more enjoyable on the course.
Yeah, just go ahead and don't. So
that's going to be the theme of tonight's episode. But before that, we got a couple things to touch on probably. I got a few housekeeping things here. Reggie always does. And maybe we'll close it out with you see it from our boy Drums. So kick off some housekeeping, Reggie.
yeah, so local Manitoba, I guess. Canadian Junior just finished. Braxton, I might butcher this, Kuntz. He's won the Tamarack a few times. He's the junior winner there. Finished 5th place at the Canadian Junior. Finished 14 under through 4 rounds. 5 shots back to the lead. That's impressive, man. I think that guy's going to do something with golf. It just seems like he's been buzzing at the Tamarack for a while, and then he won the amateur this year as well, right. and the junior. Very impressive. How old is he? I'm going to say he's got to be limiting it out soon. Like, he's got to be 17 or 18. Like, it seems like he's been in junior since 2010, but he hasn't. He's just been shooting 10 under since he was 5, I guess. So, well, to follow up on that, Thomas Scott, local Dauphin guy here, finished at 1 over par for the tournament, tied 42nd. Impressive golf as well. And another shout out to Eric Prokopochis from Dauphin here as well. Went to Canadian Junior. Struggled a little bit the second day. Said he hit a few balls out of bounds. Missed the cut, but still a really cool experience to go to the Canadian Junior. Congrats to both those guys. Just to go back to Braxton there. So I don't know if anyone's in the chat that could fill me in. Like, when did amateurs start getting money for golf?
You got paid?
Yeah.
Isn't that like
right? But also like that Prairie Scratch Tour is paying guys too. I don't know. Like this, like he got paid $716 for his 5th place finish. Like, I didn't know you could get paid for that. I don't know. Maybe Kenny can fill us in the chat here. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, I thought as soon as you accepted money, you lost your amateur status.
That's what I always thought it was.
I thought so too. And it's one thing to win it and say like a cash tourney, like say the King Cup. Like, you're not going to lose your amateur status taking it there. Imagine but this is like a national sanctioned event, and this kid got paid. Like, I don't know. I was kind of surprised to see that it said purse.
Lots of changes in the world. Also, junior hockey players have to pay to play now. So
Yeah.
they've flipped that around pretty nicely. Also,
Yeah, that's mental to me. Completely mental.
what's his last name? Kuntz?
Yeah.
I feel like golf's definitely the
It's
sport
tough.
for him. I don't think hockey, he might have took some heat from the fans in hockey with that kind of last name.
Yeah, you can see what it's spelled like.
Where's he from? Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Oh, it's club champ. That's right.
Can we talk about Tommy?
Too many cocktails. What's that?
You can win up to $12.50 in a tee to green event now. Oh, cool. Who knew?
Keebs knew.
Yeah.
Keebs knew.
Guess
Well,
we don't play in events like that. How about Tommy winning on the weekend? Like, what a beauty. Picks his name because he likes Thomas the Tank Engine. Like, what? And then wins?
Then you see him talking about like all the food in America
No.
too. He was like, they have In-N-Out Burger, they have Arby's, they have Burger King. I love it.
He's 20. Like he's up to 35 in the FedEx Cup now. Like that's like that got him like so much that win. He had to win to make playoffs. That's the only way he could get in. Like he was already in playoffs like points wise before that, but the only way he could get in, much like Zalatoris last year, the year before, was to win. And he pulls it off. Did you guys watch it all on Sunday?
No.
Man,
Man, I haven't watched golf in who knows.
Oh, I
It
was
was-
in the U.S. I was
Since the
driving
Open?
the whole day Sunday.
it was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. He was like, I think, well, he's 8 under on the front.
Oh,
8 under a par on the front on a par 70. So he was like, they jinxed him because they said 59 watch, but
that
it
always
was
happens.
crazy to watch. He was just making everything and just so calm. Like, I don't know. And he was against the other calmest guy in the world, Sonny.
Yeah.
We won back and forth, but pretty cool to watch. I watched the whole round because I couldn't take my eyes off it. He's going to be a absolute stud. He's like so smooth and just no fear at all. He's unreal.
So he
And-
chose his name Tommy because he likes you get to choose your name when you come over,
I guess.
But you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
but that wouldn't like be on his
There's a
birth
gentleman
certificate.
called Tiger.
Yeah,
That's just his nickname. He liked Thomas the Tank Engine, so he named himself Tom.
that's amazing.
It is. It's like you can't write that stuff. Tom.
What would you be if you got to choose?
Me, yeah. Drums, you go ahead.
I'd probably go Tiger.
Well, you can't take somebody else's.
Well, he took Tommy's. That's my
I
name.
would I would just be drums like Madonna or Cher.
I know what I would be. Raccoon.
Reggie Raccoon.
Reggie Raccoon Headley. Played Pleasant Valley again last week. We went there for you could call it a honeymoon. We kind of had our honeymoon in Nashville, but we just went for a couple days just to calm down.
Did you do one of
after the
those
wedding.
yurt things?
No, we didn't. No, they were booked until next year. So we stayed at a place Gregoire had there, and it was pretty sweet. So we played Pleasant Valley. You know, it's so crazy, man. Like, if you played the first 5 holes of that course and then got rained out, you would never, ever, ever pay the green fee to go back there. Ever. Not in 100 years. Not in a million years. You would never do that.
That's
Like,
true.
even I kept saying to East because we were like golfing in the morning. I was like, let's just get through like the first 5 holes here, and then this course is sick. Like, just trust me on this. Like
Like they're fine. They're not
yeah, but they're just nothing. They're
nothing
not
like the rest.
no,
Yeah.
no. And then you get to the back and it's so sick. But I did lose my 9-iron. That's kind of why I wanted to bring up Pleasant. Lost my 9-iron, and of course it doesn't get turned in. I've literally, I swear to God, in my life, lost 2 clubs. That 54 degree when we were at Hecla, and this one at Pleasant Valley. Those are the only 2 times I think I've ever forgot my clubs anywhere, and neither one of them got turned in.
I lost a Vokey wedge once that didn't get turned in. That's it.
What do you get from keeping that? Like,
Hey, times are tough right now, man.
no, but what are you
Inflation's
gonna?
8.5.
Such a joke.
Maybe some guy got it that didn't have a 9-iron and he just hit the jackpot.
Yeah, different than a set. Right on. Good for him.
I've actually been in a group in the last 2 months, probably, where we found two rangefinders this year already. And
We had one
turned them
last
both
time.
in.
We played 2.
One was mine.
No, I'm not counting that one.
Hmm.
I knew that was yours instantly. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if you gain a little bit from it, like, okay, you can go sell it or you can keep it. But I'm a big believer in karma. And usually when you do something like that, you pay for it later on somehow, some way.
Yeah.
So PSA will add that to the pet peeves. Return the clubs or return a lost item on the course because it belongs to somebody, and you never know if it has sentimental value or whatever it could be, or you're just dealing with a poor guy who just got married.
Well, it's not that. Like, I finally get to play some competitive golf right away, and I don't know.
He changed his
I don't have a
picture.
9-iron.
Oh yeah, Ken update his pick. Yeah, baby.
Hey, first two holes last night, Murph's Law. What club do you think I need first 2 shots?
7-iron.
9.
Oh.
Can you imagine? I never hit that club, and like the first 2 are like the perfect 9-iron yardage. I'm like, oh, perfect. Won't miss this at all.
So can you can just get, like, how do you get another one? Can you like contact Cobra?
I have to buy it on eBay because Cobra doesn't make those clubs anymore.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's really tough.
Just hope everything lines up. Same.
Yeah, you never know. Somebody might find it.
No, I'm saying hope everything with the purchase lines up.
Oh, you already bought one?
No, I'm.
Still looking.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna buy one, I guess.
Shit.
That's it for me.
Okay. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Auntie Kim. She was here for Reggie's wedding. She brought me 3 bottles of the
Hot
smoky
sauce.
butt sauce. Yeah. So that's huge, man. I almost was in tears when I received that as a gift. So thanks, Auntie Kim. That was a housewarming gift from her. Very nice. What else do we have here?
Hey, can I pause for 1 sec?
Yeah.
I did have something. I saw it at the end. I thought it was in regards to yours, but it's actually. I just have a recommendation, and we could cover it. I'm gonna just put it on here tonight, and then people can listen to it, and then we can recap it maybe next episode. But I watched or listened to a podcast. I think I might have talked about it on here before. I don't know for sure. It's on that Local Knowledge podcast. Golf Digest puts on.
Okay.
And it was Rappaport interviewing the
Michael
guy
Rappaport?
that created that. No, is it Rappaport?
Dan Rappaport, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I knew that other name from. I thought I hated that guy.
Michael
I did,
Rappaport?
right? Yeah.
I don't know. I
He's
still
a
find it
dickhead.
funny.
Oh, anyways. It's a ways back. I listened to it last year, but then I listened to it again in the last couple of days, and it's like unbelievable. It's called it's from June 14th. It's called The New Golf Cheat Code. And it's an interview with that guy that created that Decade Golf app.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
We did?
But like last year, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A year ago, but I just listened to it again, and holy shit.
Is it about course management?
Clicked, yeah. It's like you have to. If I listen to that on the way out to the course every time, because it would just put your mind back in that mindset. It's unbelievable, actually. How I played like that at men's night last night, and it was like a totally different game. Honestly, like just
interesting, very interesting.
easier. Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
So check it out.
What podcast is it? Local Knowledge.
Local Knowledge, and it's from June 14th of last year.
Okay.
I'll post a. I'm just gonna screenshot it and I'll put it on. We'll put it on the Kngdom Twitter actually.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
On that note, there's so I think it was last year or 2 years ago, Tiger Woods did like a lessons thing, like a 10-part series of playing golf with Tiger.
It was right before his crash.
What's that?
It was right before his crash. He was filming it the day of his crash.
Right.
Would he had celebrities and stuff?
No, this was just his lessons, I think.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I forget what it was called, But anyways, it was exclusively on Golf TV. And so I subscribed to Golf TV just so I could watch all of them, because it was like once a week they're putting out new episodes. So I had to subscribe for like 6 months to see them all. But anyways, point of the story is they did a season 2, and they're all for free on YouTube on the Golf Digest channel. So pretty cool stuff. I've never really seen Tiger talk too much about that kind of stuff in really anything. And so I think he's just kind of at the end of his career almost, and just wants to do it just to have it out there for the world. So it's pretty cool stuff. I watched one of the episodes today. They're only like 10 or 15 minutes long, but just cool to. And actually, that girl that interviews him, I really like her as a host or an interviewer. She's from the Golf Channel. You know who I'm talking about? She's always interviewing Tiger Woods.
Balionis?
Might be something going
Holly
on
Saunders?
there, but what's that?
Holly Saunders, or whatever her name is.
Amanda Balionis?
Could be. That sounds more accurate than the other one. She seems a little exotic.
Do you think on that? Do you think if Tiger would have like went full disclosure like on everything that he ever knew about golf, and then signed off to never do an interview or a video describing what he knows about the game, how much money do you think he could have got from somebody to basically tell him everything he knows instead of him just putting it out there like that?
Tough to say, because I feel like a lot of the knowledge he's learned has accumulated for the last 30 years. Like when he was 19 years old, he probably didn't know a whole lot. I mean, or he wouldn't have been able to put it into words as he can now. But I'm sure he got a pretty good paycheck for this. What's that?
I mean, now, like,
oh,
if he didn't talk about anything all the way along, like, there's got to be some super rich guy in the States that would pay anything to have his kid have all that knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what does Tiger really gain from that? He doesn't really need the cash monies.
Clearly, he poo-pooed at 900 mil.
Yeah. I feel like Tiger's kind of at the stage now where he just, I mean, think of the impact he's already had on golf. Like, I feel like that means so much more, like the legacy as opposed to the paycheck.
Oh, yeah.
So
I didn't mean he would ever do it. I meant like how much would somebody pay for that?
Yeah, a lot probably. I mean, somebody paid what, 10 million for his used clubs?
Yeah.
I have a book called How I Play Golf by Tiger Woods.
Really?
Yeah, I bought it at the thrift shop in Brandon for like $4. But I also have it's called the first edition, which is it's autographed by him. I got that one for like $70 on eBay when he, like, right after his crash. I bought some Tiger Woods memorabilia because it just took a shit. Hey, so
smart.
What else? We got like I mentioned, we got Rossman Lake tournament Friday. We still have room for 4 more teams. Teams of 4 people. That's best and worst. So everybody hits the tee shot, and you play from there, and then everybody plays their own ball into the hole, and you take the best score and add it with the worst score, and that's your score for the hole. So it's something new that we're trying. It should be interesting. I think we did a little contest on Instagram today to see the guesses, and they're kind of all over the map. There's some in the 130s, there's some in the 170s. So it's a little bit different than a normal scramble where you're thinking like, I got to be 15 to 17 probably to win. Mm-hmm. So you really won't know. You'll have no idea throughout the day where you're at with things. So really looking forward to that. It should be a good day. If you're listening to this or you hear this before Friday and have nothing to do, just send us a message and come out to Rossman Lake. Of course, it's in unbelievable shape. And it's Friday and it's supposed to be 27 degrees. So we'll do horse race after. Might do a glow in the dark closest to the pin. Too soon to say. But we got some cool things planned. So actually at the King Cup, we did the same kind of thing on here. And then there was a team from Red versus Michael Navio's team. They were a last day entry, and they ended up taking the tournament. So maybe we'll see something similar for this tournament. So that's that. What else? I think that's it. Should we get into the being a better playing partner stuff? So this is, as mentioned, this is from our pals on Instagram. There's a lot of people who wrote into this. there are some common themes here for sure, but we're going to try to get through all of them and maybe discuss if possible. And if you're in the chat right now or you end up coming in, let us know what your biggest pet peeves are on the course. I'm sure Keebs Golf has a few. I don't think he was at the show last week, so interested to see what the Portage, what is it, men's? No, club champ has to say about it. So, Reggie, kick us off with Uno.
Sorry, I'm muted. Easton's making some sweet pickles in the background, going crazy. So, so the first one's from Brett Jans. When guys struggle and act like pouty little bitches. When guys struggle and act like pouty little bitches, none of us are that good. Relax and have fun.
Extremely true.
There's some language on these ones, so sorry in advance, although that's kind of one of maybe 2 or 3. So there's a few F-bombs in here, and we'll tell it as it was. Drums, who's next?
We got
This is a good one.
Selkirk Golf, jingling change in pocket. And also, first one done, grabs the pin.
I don't usually play like that.
What?
With the pin. I just never really think of it.
Like the first one done to grab it?
Yeah, like if you're first one in the hole, grab the pin, and then that's it. There's a lot of times you're playing and you end up making the last putt and you have to put the pin in yourself. That's an embarrassing scenario. But
I try to if I'm like conscious of it, but yeah, I think that's a good one though.
Yeah, I agree. That's something that I'm just not really conscious of on every round. So
right.
Yeah, people always ask what's the weight of the pin. If somebody's not picking it up, I love that line.
Or
how much that flag weighs. Yeah, you wouldn't know because you haven't picked up the fucking thing today.
There are definitely people out there who just never grab the pin. Eh?
Just no idea.
And they'll putt with it in just so they don't have to touch it. I don't know.
Maybe still worried about COVID.
Yeah, it's a serious thing.
Reggie, that was one that you said also is the jingling in the pockets. Oh. But you think that some guys do that intentionally?
Oh, yeah. I found a new one last night, too. I'll go over it in a bit.
Ooh.
Quick pause for Keebs here. People who don't know where their ball went or where it finished, and you got to keep helping them look.
Yeah, like if you're playing men's night match and the other guys, like the other team, are like out of it and don't have a clue where their ball's going, nothing more frustrating.
Because you have to help them look, but you don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. But do you look every shot? Like if they're
have to
once a hole.
Yeah, I got a couple now that we're talking about it.
It is tough. It's a tough scenario for sure. And it does take away from the round when you're looking for so many balls. And I mean, it's one thing to hit in the bush and kind of know where it is and spend some time looking. But as Ken said, aimlessly, if they literally have no idea where it went and you have to figure out on the spot.
Yeah.
Like I can hardly watch my own ball. I can't keep track of everybody else's. Although I usually find everybody else's ball and never my own. So maybe I'm that guy that Kenny's talking about. Who we got here? Our buddy Hags, Brody Hagarth. People overusing the cart, going off the cart path just to save a couple steps around the course.
Yeah.
Don't see that as often. I usually just drive to maybe that's on fancier courses and stuff. I mean, if it says no carts allowed on, like if it's wet or something, then obviously respect that. But I'm usually pretty liberal with carts myself. I don't know. Is that bad?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't like really seen anything like outrageous.
I'm thinking maybe he's talking about like pulling up aggressively close to like the tees and stuff where you really shouldn't be.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, when there's like a path there and guys like go off the path just to be a little bit closer to the tee box. I'm thinking that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, shit like that and around the greens and stuff.
Yeah.
Or if it's roped off and guys still drive through, like that gets my gears going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's roped off for a reason.
Yeah.
And there could be 100 people that avoid driving on that spot because they're trying to grow grass, and then one dickhead that drives on there and just wrecks everything.
Yeah.
Like, pretty annoying. But
this next one, was said by 3 people, and I can't believe we missed it because this is probably my biggest one.
Should I read it? I mean, I used to be guilty of it. I don't do it anymore, but
Really? I don't remember that. I feel like Dad would have ripped you a new one. If you did that with the
I
green.
had sunflower seeds on the course, but I never spit them like on the fairway or the green or the tee
Yeah.
box.
And that's probably fair. I'm specifically talking about on the greens.
Oh my god, there's nothing worse.
Yeah, that's purely
like
bias.
imagine spitting sunflower seeds on the green and thinking that's okay. Like what? Like they should be checked into like a mental asylum if they think that's okay. Honestly, like what? In what aspect is that normal?
Walk 4 feet and spit off it. At
Yeah,
least.
fix your divot, but spit 4 seeds on the green.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing?
Just mangle the mower.
Somebody else will touch those seeds that were in your mouth. Don't worry, guy. Yeah, that's
It's pretty rare though. Like it's a very small group of people who actually spit sunflower seeds on the greens because you don't see it every round. Like you'll see it maybe once every 20 rounds, so it can't be that common. But there are a very small, as Trudeau would say, fringe minority of people who spit sunflower seeds on the green, and they are absolutely the worst type of people.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do if you're just paired with somebody and they're spitting sunflower seeds on the green? Like,
I might smash my putter over his head, honestly. Little
yeah,
aggressive.
you gotta have a talk with them.
That's years of pent up frustration that just like, hey, buddy.
And you were guilty of it.
Get over it. No, I never ever spit a sunflower seed.
Okay, well, that makes more sense. I didn't know what you were talking about there. Okay, drums, what's up?
Next up, we got Dwayne Payette. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Not fixing divots.
Lots of these ones. Divots, I feel like, are, for the most part, people fix their ball marks on the greens. But like on the fairways and stuff, I rarely see guys fixing their divots. Or on the tee box, at least put some sand on there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably pretty guilty of this in the fairway and on tee boxes at times too. But yeah, got to be better at shit like that.
The best thing I ever did was get Easton a divot fixer. Like a good one.
Yeah.
Like I'll be putting now, like when
She'll
just the
cruise
2 of us
around the
go,
green.
she's just buzzing around the green fixing divots. It's like
you guys carry divot fixers? I only got tees usually.
Oh, I carry one.
I carry one, or I'll walk back and forth to the cart and grab it.
I feel like some of them now are just like too heavy.
You don't carry a divot fixer in your pocket?
Some of them are massive, yeah.
I can't even play around if I don't have one in my pocket. It drives me nuts.
What do you have in your pockets when you play?
One tee, a divot fixer with a ball mark on it, and that's it.
Yeah. Wallet in the back?
No.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
That's what I mean. Like I try to keep my pockets as clear as possible because it sometimes gets in the way depending on what kind of lie you have.
I feel like it's like it's also, don't take offense to this, but like Wheat City, like all the years that you played, I mean, it took a lot to make a divot on those greens where you could just kind of freshen it up a little bit with a tee.
Yeah.
Whereas Gilbert, like,
yeah, that's probably true.
Every green I hit is fucking
Craters.
The biggest divot you could ever take on the green at Wheat City, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's like, I don't know.
Tees do a pretty good job though. Really.
Yeah, but not the same. Like you need a divot fixture in Gilbert, I would say. Maybe not. I only use plastic tees too, so that's probably why I can't use tees as divot fixtures.
Bendy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got Donna Shappert, formerly Donna Hool, bickering between brothers.
Was that a shot at you too?
Was it?
No, her husband Josh has a twin, Jeremy Shappert brothers. So I'm guessing twins would do even more bickering each other than you and I did, Reggie.
Oh.
So she's married to one of the Shapperts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. We played hockey with them, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're good guys.
Oh yeah, they would bicker though.
Well, I think they're pretty decent golfers. I've never played with them before, but I think that they golf quite a bit. But I think they're just pretty competitive overall, and that's usually when it comes out. Yeah. Unless you're consciously trying not to do that, then yeah, it can happen. It happens for sure. Just ask Mom.
Brady Potter, Potsy. Boston's dad. Seniors pace when trying to play a quick round. So frustrating.
Very.
There's a lot of slow play and there's a lot of fixing divots on here. Is senior pace slow though? Like I feel like every time there's seniors behind me, they're going 1,000 miles an hour, just like trying to finish as fast as they can.
And like seniors would usually have 4 carts for 4 people, so they just buzz around the Shriners as soon as they leave the tee box.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like maybe it's because they don't have a whole lot of time left. They don't want to spend. But what else are they gonna do like during the day?
Play another round.
I think
No, they don't, though. I don't know. Maybe they do.
I think there should be like a restricted seniors membership where they shouldn't be able to golf after 5 unless they have someone who's worked all day golfing with them. Get out of the way.
Next up, we got Morton Grounds Crew.
Nice. Good follow on Instagram, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
People teeing off at 6:45 when the course opens at 7 because rules don't apply to them. Working on a grounds crew for many years, I can definitely back that one up too. There was a group of I think it was 3 or 4 people that would go out at like 6 o'clock at Wheat City. So like you'd be getting to like your first green to cut and they would be standing there waiting for you. And it's like, well, what the it's 6 o'clock in the morning. You can't even see right now. So yeah, just an absolute nuisance to grounds crews or early birds.
I feel like there's a lot of people out there who've just been members for so long that they just can't. He said it too, that because rules don't apply to them. I feel like a lot of people really believe that.
For sure. There was also a guy when I worked at Wheat City that would come out at 6 o'clock before it opened so he could get on the course without paying.
No, really?
Yeah, and he like they must have got him and gave him a bunch of shit for something. Yeah, I think he got banned from the course actually.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
Morton Ground Crew. Yeah, check them out on Instagram. They've been a little less active lately, but they got some good videos. They, film their boys doing the grounds crew stuff. It's pretty good. Not much of that around here, so it's kind of cool. We got 4 guys who said the same thing here. Pretty common theme. Cal V. He's coming out on Friday to play in the tournament. Him and Marty are coming out. And their wives, Brandon Herchuk, JC Julio, Brody Gober. They all said not fixing divots and slow play. Kind of the theme here for sure, but there's also some good ones mixed in here.
I think that might be Brody Goben. Is that who it was?
Must be.
I haven't seen him since like junior golf days. It's kind of cool.
I think his name was Gobe, so I just assumed that it was Gober.
Yeah, that would be Brody Goldman. I think he's from Portage, if Kenny knows. I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, I mean we've touched on that too much, some would say.
Sometimes you gotta hammer it home though, because like there's still every round I play, there's 4 unfixed divots on every green. So
I get one way the skid type divots. Because chances are, if you skidded it,
yeah,
your ball went over the green, so you're going to look behind the ball or going to look behind the, behind the green for your ball, and you forget about the divot on the green. That's maybe one. Yeah. But Colton Easton said, and this is actually news to me.
Me too.
Bunker rakes in the bunker. They are to be placed outside the bunker, away from the side of play and tee blocks, not facing the fairway / target.
So when I was thinking about that, I was like, what if your ball skipped through there
and hit the bunker and came back in? I'd be pissed about that.
Hell yes.
I feel like the rake should be in front of the bunkers to do good karma. Stop him from going in. Although he probably means, like, say you're facing the bunker, he probably means lay it on the side where it literally can't do anything, like on the far side. So if like the bunker's facing this way, the green's past. If it's on the left side of the green, it really can't do anything there, right? Unless you're on a different fairway and you're playing in, but then it's just going to stop it from going in the bunker.
Right, like if you're looking at 2 at Wheat City, put your rake on the left-hand side, right? Of the
Yeah.
bunker.
What about if they had rake holders in every bunker?
I don't think they'd last long
No?
around like these parts.
Why?
I think you get morons that would like slam the rake into it and bust them up.
Like, do you know those things that those little, it's not much, but it's like a little Y almost that holds the eaves trough up
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
the ground?
Oh
If
yeah.
you just put those there, like one on each side, then you just had to set the rake back in there. And then it could go underneath the rake. Then if you hit it in the air, you'd be pissed off. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But how often do you actually hit a rake?
Well, you never know. Like that's another part too, like of this whole thing. So me and Harley were out golfing last night, and we were scoping out hole 3 because we're gonna maybe put a GoPro on the green just to see all the tee shots and how they land, and maybe try to get film an ace. But I was also thinking how cool it'd be because there's like parts on the course where you hit it there and you never know where it goes, and it'd be so cool just to have a camera there to see where the balls end up going.
Right.
Like on hole 1 at Rossman, if you're left and you go over the hill there, the balls are just like gone into a black hole.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how it happens. I would just like to have a camera there to see where the hell they go.
Right. Like you should just have a shot from the rough coming back.
Yeah.
To the correct fairway, right? Or
But
green,
they just disappear. So it's another thing where I don't know. Maybe someday with technology we might find out. I feel like we've had this conversation about putting cameras on every green. And I don't know how it would work, but I think there's something there later in life.
Or like trackers in the ball.
Tracker for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had a camera, what you should do, I think, but it might take a little more time, but it might save time. Like if there's a blind spot on a golf course, if you had a video camera there that was always there, and then it was like motion detected. And as soon as a new group came up to the tee, like a new film started, so then you went up there and you could actually watch where it videoed and see if you could see your ball on there. You know what I mean?
Just have like a ring camera set up.
Yeah, it would be like what are those things called?
Like a trail cam.
Trail cam, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For motion. Detects motion.
And then when the group goes by, you just delete the video.
No, it would just do it automatically. You don't have to.
Okay, so there's not everything to scan through.
Realistically, though, like we drove past Top Golf in Minneapolis, and I was thinking we were talking about like the Top Tracer technology, how they license that out to all these different driving ranges now. Like, why not just put a tracker in every ball? Like, clearly they have the technology to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, on tour, it's a little bit different because it's, or a tournament play. But I feel like for recreation or amateur golfers, think about how much that would speed up play if you just like could find on your cell phone where your ball is.
How much would they be?
Well, I mean, Pro V1s are already $80 a ball, so it can't be too much more than that.
$6.
And it's an investment because you're never going to lose it unless you're in the water,
you could in the river.
Yeah.
And if it gets scuffed, they're not going to make them indestructible, guys. Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, like, if they put them in every ball at Topgolf, like it can be that much money to do.
Yeah, but ball doesn't go that far at Topgolf. There's no spin or anything. You don't have to worry about that.
So do the pros have that in their balls, or how does that work?
No.
Like, how do they follow the ball so well, like on TV?
Somebody's job.
I don't know. You can get like a $3 app and it does the same thing too.
Wow.
On your phone.
Well, sort of though. It's just I think it's somebody's job, honestly.
What do you mean? Like to follow it as they hit it with their finger or something?
Yeah, probably.
No.
Yes.
No,
like he's John Madden circling shit and just drawing up.
No, but if they go back to a guy, like it's not just any random shot that they show that has the Top Tracer technology. No, but it's not on TV. It's like when they go to him. Oh, radar detection.
No. Radar detection, guy's job to do it. Same thing. Brandon Chuk, he's got ball marks, slow play, which we already covered, and not letting faster groups play through. We touch on this one quite a bit, but it needs to be said every time because it is a nightmare when you're behind slow people.
Yeah. I don't know what the threshold there is either and how to get it through people's heads. I feel at this point, if people don't do that, they're just never going to do it. So I don't know. At that point, if you're stuck behind somebody, just start drinking beers and have a good time. Like, I don't know. It sucks. But like the only thing, the worst thing you can do is let it bother you the whole time. Right. Like,
Right.
I don't know. It's hard to do though. Like
It's impossible.
You can't wait for a slow group and have a good round.
No.
You can't do it, honestly. You just get so out of rhythm, you're just
it's impossible.
completely screwed. Yeah, it's a joke.
I don't know. One game I like to play when there's slow play is with the T markers.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if you want to have fun with it, it is hard to like put yourself in the mood to have fun when you're in that kind of a situation. But
depends,
like,
I guess, right?
6-hole. What's that?
If you're with the boys, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You just sit in the cart and bullshit.
Yeah. Still annoying though.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Colin Talbot. This is a good one. This is a really good one.
Oh.
Guys who golf all the time who don't own a rangefinder and are always asking for yardages.
Well, if I own one, I couldn't work it anyways because I got Parkinson's.
But there's like watches and shit for that, eh?
Yeah.
I
But I
mean,
mean, my partner's got one, so what do I don't need another. We don't need two in the car.
I was more mad about the second part.
And the second part is fluffing lies in meaningful matches in the rough.
Yeah. Like if we were just out playing Saturday afternoon, getting pissed, whatever, but in matches and stuff, yeah, that's tough.
It is tough. And a lot of the times the guys doing it know better and just like play dumb almost, play ignorant.
Yeah.
But it makes such a big difference if you're fluffing your lies in the rough versus not doing it. I honestly believe it's 2 or 3 strokes around. Minimum.
Easy.
Definitely could be.
Because you end up with some shitty lies, and if you're in a shitty lie, it's really hard to escape or make something happen with getting up and down or something like that. It's really hard to do with a shitty lie.
I don't even want to talk about this.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Giving up like 16 shots to a guy, and he's fluffing his ball in
And
the
then
rough
he's doing that.
just ripping 3 woods out of the rough. Okay, yeah, put it on put it on a fucking tee, pal. Like really.
Honestly, you might as well. Like at that point.
Unbelievable.
Colin Talbot, 2 for 2 there. Really good.
So
yeah, the rangefinder one also, though, like I just want to touch on that too, Drums, because I understand your point there with the shakiness and partner having one. Like it's also not ideal when there's like 3 guys in the group and they're all doing it on the tee box instead of just like one guy going up and doing it and yelling it to the group.
Right.
But also when you're playing against somebody, like sometimes it's nice to just have some confirmation that they're not fucking with you, you know? Not
Sure.
they
Yeah,
would,
no,
but like I don't know.
Yeah, I always have to do it myself. I like to see it.
Ches is in the house.
To touch on that last thing too, the fluffing. Don't think that it's not fluffing if you walk up and you can see it's your ball. You know it is, but you just have to lift it up just to make sure it's your ball. Like, don't do that. You're cheating.
With your hand.
You're cheating.
Oh
yeah, for sure. Oh, that's
I'm
mine.
guilty of the tap it with the
Oh,
club.
I hate that. God,
I don't like
hate
fluff
that.
it, but I'll tap it to make sure because half the time I'm fucking lost anyway. So
Okay, but if there's no identifications on there, then yeah.
sure, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Try to like look at it, but guys like pick it up and then put it back down. They're like, oh yeah, that's mine.
Oh, it's
And
me
then, like,
over
set
here.
it back
got
on
it.
top. Like, you're cheating. Like, don't do that. I don't know. God. Got all those strokes anyways. You don't need to handicap me
do that.
more.
Jerry Miller.
Yeah, don't do that.
He's my neighbor.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. He threatened to cut my hands off one time.
Hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay Soonart, people standing behind you for Reed and people who cheat. Yeah.
The read one doesn't bug me that much. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a me thing, but it doesn't really.
The what? Sorry.
The standing behind me, like getting a read, it doesn't. I
Really?
guess like in a match and stuff, but like if we were just out, it wouldn't.
I don't
it
mind
wouldn't
the
bug me
read.
that much.
I mind somebody standing back there.
I
Like,
think a
they
lot
can
of these
have the
are
read all they
like
want, but
a lot of these are dependent on what type of match it is. Like if you're just out for shits and gigs, like fluff on, baby.
Right.
Or look at all the putts you want, do whatever. But like if you're playing for money or you're in like a men's night match, like just be better, I think. This is oh, Don is in the house. Look at that. Also, Chaz with some great stuff here. That's a great idea for a Chaz or a shirt, Chaz. We might have to come up with like a Chaz line where we just have shirts with different Chaz sayings on it and hashtags. Here's Donna.
That's good.
That's actually amazing. That's what I said. They're probably just so competitive that they do shit like that. That's unreal, actually. Oh man, good shit. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that if anybody's like in your sight of where you're looking while you're putting or hitting, and they're jingling change or moving around, even it's distracting. And if you're not distracted by that, then you're not human or you're Tiger Woods. How about Tiger's dad used to like throw balls at him and shit while he was hitting and like call him like bad words?
Boy, yeah, you throw the N bomb at him and shit. You're
Yeah,
gonna miss this putt. Like holy shit.
wild.
settle down, Earl.
Who's up here? Me?
Yeah.
I think that says Katrina. Cat Rihanna, maybe? Cat Rihanna, Katrina? Coker?
Cat version of Rihanna.
Patron?
Is that a new tequila for cats?
For cats? That's another t-shirt idea. Tequila for cats.
Cat your own.
Patron. People talking backswing. So that's kind of the same thing there. Don't walk behind people. Don't move around while people are hitting. Don't talk for sure. I mean, probably the first day you learn to golf, like that's the number one rule people tell you, right? Like,
Yeah.
just be quiet when people are hitting, whether it's a kid or like a grown ass man. Like, that's pretty much the first thing you learn on the golf course, I think. Sevi. Well, Sevi was a brilliant man and a fierce competitor. So I believe that for sure. World needs a few more Sevis. Reggie.
So we got a Jason Schneider, another slow play. People hate slow play. So if you play slow, speed up. Nobody likes it.
Do you think that people who play slow are aware that they play slow or
No. Oblivious. Completely oblivious.
Completely.
So, because I've noticed through the years that people I have golf with have gotten faster. So that means they either became self-aware magically through the night or somebody
Somebody told
like
them
chirped them enough times where they're like, okay, maybe I am slow.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the play there? Like, do you just chirp them or do you like?
Depends
don't think
how well you know them, I think.
Yeah, I think so. You got to find like the closest buddy or something and say like, hey, you got to talk to your boy and get him to speed it up a bit. It's ridiculous.
A tie-in with that though is it's so frustrating because like you rush because the group behind you in men's night is right behind you, but the slow player can't figure out that they're behind you because of them. And then so you're trying to play as quick as you can and you're rushing your own game. Yeah. And then Buddy gets up there and takes like 5 minutes for a putt and you're like, Buddy, like can you look back and see them in the fairway? Like you're the reason they're there.
And also, why did I just rush? You're gonna
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I'll start taking my time if you're gonna be waiting every shot anyways.
Yeah. Pass on it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's frustrating. Drumsy.
What do we got here? Mitch Croker?
Mika. He's a King Cup veteran. 2 for 2.
People who complain about conditions but don't fix divots / ball marks.
Yeah.
Kind of cover that with everything, right? But
yeah, go ahead with the next 2 drums because they're both pretty funny.
Kyle Robertson, I can completely relate to this. Playing like ass.
That's true though. Like golf is not fun when you're playing like shit.
No, it's my whole year this year. I've fucking dreaded going to the golf course.
Like if you're just a shitty golfer and you're just there to get drunk and have fun, then it's whatever. But if you're like a decent player and you're struggling, like golf isn't that fun. Even as hard as you try to be, like it's just not. Oh, jiggle. What's Chaz talking about?
You said,
change.
Well, first
he
he
said
said
giggle is change.
Okay, take a quick pause here for Chaz to see what he's got to say. If we were talking pet peeves, a 16 handicapper that has been playing for 45 years and has apparently not gotten any better and seems to always have the round of his life, aka sandbaggers.
My favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And there's usually a couple in every league, and people know who they are as well. So it's just one of those things that not much you can do about it. There's luckily not a whole lot of sandbaggers in our league in Brandon, because
Yeah, none up here either.
But I don't know. Like I honestly feel like it's okay. I don't really want to go off on a tangent here because this was a discussion that me and Dal had on the weekend, but I'll maybe touch on it. But like with our group of friends that we have, we chirp each other a lot, right? Like we don't usually cross the line with chirps, but we chirp each other a lot. And I kind of just said like it's a good thing because if you're being a dipshit, someone's going to tell you about it, and then you're going to not be a dipshit anymore, right? So I feel like it's the same in our league where we all know each other well enough where if somebody's doing something stupid or somebody's sandbagging, like they get called out really fast, right? Where a league like yours, Reggie, where there's just a mishmash of guys, like you're not going to call somebody out to their face for being a sandbagger, right?
No.
So I just feel like that the harmless chirps kind of keep people in line a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something to think on. Pillow thoughts with Jor. Something to think
on. Forgot to mention that me and Doug won our first match of playoffs last night.
Oh, your playoffs started already?
So I'm talking about, baby.
Who'd you beat?
Darnell Duff. So we made it to front page of the sports too. Just kidding.
Not automatic.
It's not funny.
This is true words, especially in the playoff. There was
that was bananas.
That was actually bananas. The amount
that second hole, holy shit.
There's a lot of liquor involved.
Yeah, once you get liquor too, there's a lot of things said that guys wouldn't normally say. But Ches was getting ripped and ripping right back, so it was good to see. Am I up?
Yeah.
John McMullen?
McMullen, that's Ray Brooks.
Oh, Ray's boyfriend.
Guy. Yeah, the man.
Yeah. He got hacked on Instagram, eh?
John Boy, yeah.
And he was selling Forex stuff.
Yeah.
Giving away money. I love when that happens. It's not really funny, actually. It's terrible, but
John Boy.
Yeah, he was slinging free dollars there if you could guess the right character or something. Anyways, he says slow fucking golfers, so
chalk it up.
Have to love that.
Bryce Moore, ace buys the round. Should be the reverse. Couldn't agree more with that. Worst rule in golf history, maybe. It doesn't make any sense why the guy that gets a hole in one that's so rare has to buy for everybody.
Yeah, that still makes
Don't really understand. I don't know where that would have ever started, but
could I say my theory on that quickly?
Yeah.
Like last week at men's night here at Rossman, what's his name? Nolan Miller got a hole in one on hole 3.
Yeah.
And so he won. Like they have a pot that builds up, right? So everybody pitches in every men's night and there's an ace pot. So he won $2,000. And I feel like in that situation, spend $500 on buying some drinks for the boys, right?
Yeah.
But if you literally, or if you win a 10K for a prize at the Dauphin Kings tournament, buy a round for the boys, or open up the bar up to $1,000 or something. But if you get an ace and you literally get no dollars for it and you lose money, that's absolute bullshit.
That makes no sense.
Like you shouldn't even be trying to make an ace. You should be trying to put it as close to the hole as you can without making it.
Yeah, so you don't have to pay.
So you don't have to like fork out a lot. Like at Agassi Cup, if me and Sparrow would have got one of those alone, like that tab was huge.
Like, imagine getting a hole in one, like with 8.5 inflation. Imagine getting a hole in one and having to tell your wife, like, "Hey, honey, I got a hole in one. Oh,
Cost me 10
congrats."
grand.
Oh, and I spent her next month's mortgage payment too, having to buy drinks for everybody.
Yeah, it's nuts. It doesn't make
Sorry.
sense, but it doesn't happen all the time. I feel like people only really buy rounds when they win a prize, or it's like
Yeah.
a golf trip and you're buying for your buddy.
Yeah, mate, you're probably right. You're probably right.
But like the guy that won, yeah, because he won a prize. Yeah, at the Battle of the Belts, there's a hole in one this year.
Yeah.
And Bryce Moore's part 2 is when someone unhooks the bag from a cart.
Yeah, that's gutless.
And the last part.
He said they're dead. He said, when someone unhooks a bag from a cart, dead to me. So true, man.
For real, though. For real.
I've shared it on here before. I broke my favorite driver ever like that. Somebody unhooked it and the driver shaft snapped. Like,
Oh, really?
okay, sweet.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
the crime of the century.
I think
Thanks
it was
a lot, guy.
Foxy with my yellow and red Strata driver. Favorite driver ever.
Kenny says, guy got a hole in one at Portage Open. All the other par threes had a closest to. The draw prize was hit it in the water. So that's one of those holes where if you hit in the water, you get to put your name in the draw.
Yeah. I think I
Sounds
got a
like-
hole in one on that hole.
And then dunks.
Okay. Sorry, I have to talk about this because this is very relevant right now.
Yeah.
So with the tournament at Rossman, we're doing the best and worst, right? So Harley brought this point up, and we need to clarify it probably before the tournament. But if somebody gets a hole in one, is their total score 2? Because you have to take the best tee shot, right? So if you take the best tee shot and they both play from there, they technically both get a 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they'd have a 2.
your brains are scrambling right now.
No, they would have a 2.
That's what it is?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Because how could they hit it again? They can't.
That's what I mean. Because if you take the best ball, that's your ball. That's the 1.
Yeah.
And so that's the best and the worst. They're both in the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best, second best, third best, and fourth best because you have to play from the tee shot.
Yeah. Hey, I thought you were going to talk about there's a hole, like Kenny's comment reminded me. Does a hole in one count as close to the pin?
Yeah, that was another thing. Somebody else
Because it
had
didn't in that tournament.
What's that?
It didn't when the guy got the hole in one at the Battle for the Belts.
Why?
Because it's not the closest to it's in.
Well, it's still fucking close to the pin.
I would say it's close
It's
to
on
the
the
pin because
pin.
the ball's
Can't get closer.
resting
It's
up
on the
against the pin. I know. But you can have this argument. We obviously all feel the same way that should be close to the pin.
Auto.
But like it isn't. In a lot of tournaments, it's not. It doesn't count.
Wow.
Makes no sense.
Okay, we only got 3 left here, and then we'll start the unwind of the night.
Next up was Dylan Saunders, and he's got
Sundays.
walking in front of a putt. So like walking in somebody's line.
Yeah, thinking.
Yeah, that's it.
Especially if you have golf shoes on, like spikes. Do people even wear spikes anymore?
Man, if you can find shoes that have spikes, they're $400.
Can
Are they
Nike
an
make
added
sick
benefit, though?
shoes without spikes?
What's that?
Can Nike make their sick shoes without spikes?
Yeah, I know. I
can't
was thinking
stand
that
not
too.
having-
I would buy
spikes.
them.
I can't play with spikes. I feel like I'm
I
too
can't
cemented
either.
to the ground.
I slip all over the place without them.
I feel like
Really?
I'm wearing moon
Yeah.
shoes if I'm wearing spikes.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
Me
just
too.
the way I have like my foot set up or what, but like I lose my footing probably four tee shots in a row.
Maybe we'll run a poll on Instagram to see spikes or no spikes. I'm thinking like it'll be 80-20 to no spikes. Or
If
more.
it's wet out, no spikes is a nightmare.
Yeah, I know. There was like an old invention. It was for winters, I think, where you had like dress shoes, and then you press a little button, and then like these little spikes came out of them. There's an old guy BDO that I used to have those.
Really? Or you could get like it's almost like sliders for like curling. You could put on shoes, but it would be like the reverse, and they would have little grips on them.
Little picks.
Yeah, little picks
yeah.
on them.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be sliding on those on the ice. Kyle, I can't even read my own writing here.
Mama, it looks like.
Oh, so this is another ball mark one. Kyle Momar says ball marks not fixed on greens for sure. Okay, Reggie, round us out with the last one here, because this is a weird one, but always does drive me nuts for sure.
Okay, hang on. I wanted to show you guys these. I found them today. They're the only spikeless Nike shoe.
Those are sharp.
But they don't have Nike anywhere on them. They're just Jordans.
So
They're
those
pretty
are
So
sick.
sick.
those worth $1,000.
$240, so I can't buy them. But one day, my friends.
Speaking of that, Reggie, quick shout out to TaylorMade TPX, TP5s. TaylorMade is doing some cool stuff in golf that really nobody else is doing. Well, I shouldn't say that. Out of the big boys, anyways. Like Vice has all those crazy balls, but like that monster. But like TaylorMade has some cool shit, man. Like they had the Georgia peaches for the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
When we were in Minneapolis on the weekend, they have like instead of the number, they had just have an American flag waving there. And then Reggie, you bought the rocket one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Like, I
rocket
think
ones are
that's
pretty sick.
That's so cool. Like I feel like Titleist originally came out with like the double number customization stuff. I think it was Titleist anyways. Yeah, that's sick.
I ordered a dozen of those for the Tamarack. I don't even use TaylorMades, but I'm gonna switch them for that week. Who cares? Yeah, I know what you mean though, Jor. They're innovative right now. They got a lot of cool things going on. Canadian flags. It all started with that Pix, and now they pretty much have done everything in the world with that same Pix design, which is really cool.
I love those too, the Pix.
Yeah.
But I also like the logo instead of the number. That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool for sure. Except if me and you both had those, I guess we just had to put a line on it because nothing would
I
separate.
mean, you could also have Titleist 3s too, just as easily.
True.
Which is probably more likely than 2 rockets.
Yeah. The last one here, Jordy said,
Yeah,
was Alex Fisher. Is that Alex Fisher from Strath? Anyways, cigarette butts on the course, drums. Actually, I guess you're more of a cigarette butt guy or cigar butt guy.
Cigarillo?
Like I'm always conscious of where I'm putting them. It's either cart path or that's it. Like if I'm in the fairway, I'll throw it, like I'll put it out on the cart. And
cart path?
No, put it on leave it on the floor of the cart until I get back to cart path.
Oh yeah, nice.
So
I wouldn't even know what to think. I don't know. I maybe had like 2 darts in my life on the course, and I don't know where the hell I put the cigarette butts. People at gatekeep. Golf is for everyone.
Very true.
So does that mean like giving guys shit for doing stuff that they?
No.
I think it means like trying to keep people off the course that they think aren't welcome, right?
Yeah, like I think more so for like people getting pissed off when guys have like speakers going and shit like that and like saying they shouldn't be on the course, stuff like that. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think so too.
But that's why we do things like this. So maybe if somebody's listening, they don't have to shy away from golf. They can just learn a couple things for free from the King Golf listeners and friends on Instagram.
Ches, Sand said he doesn't think that was him that walked on the path. So you'll have to take that up with him, maybe.
Just another monster.
Yeah. It's
Who
probably
was it?
actually. I would bet $1 million it was Morton, that prick.
I was looking through videos the other day from the King Cup, and Easton got that video of Martin snapping his putter. I was going to post it, but I was like, that might be a greasy move. I'm not sure he would appreciate that very much.
Who cares? He's a greasy bastard, anyways.
Check
I'm just
out.
kidding. I don't know. I'm not texting him to ask him.
Well, maybe text Sandy to see if he's okay with it. Get the, I don't know.
Yeah, I just did. He's okay with it.
Quick response.
Just kidding. No.
So that's that.
That's that.
Yes.
Do we got anything else to discuss? We're kind of at our sweet spot here. It's always 1:15. I thought we were gonna run over tonight because we were taking a little while here, but there's a lot of repeat ones like the ball marks, slow play,
Yeah.
shit like that. So
just a couple guys joining the live. This is probably the biggest
Bubba did, hey? Or was he already
biggest
there?
current name. Cam Smith.
Cam Smith, yeah, he got paid too. 10 milli?
No.
No, he got
10?
a hunch.
100 mil.
Yeah. If he goes, that's not for sure, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
No, Cameron
I've
Percy
seen-
said that.
No, but I saw Cam talking about it yesterday too, and a lot of people have like
Taken
backdoor
from what he
confirmed
said.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
But
we'll
I
see,
also
guess.
saw today that there's the Livs put 3 tournaments in Australia.
So that probably part
Probably a
of it. Yeah.
factor.
Really?
Has
Has there
that's a
ever
good
been
play.
like a tournament in Australia?
One, I think.
Which?
Australian
Like
Open.
a what?
Australian Open. Lots of those guys go across there for that.
Oh,
No, like Ryder Cup or anything.
yeah, the President's
Yeah,
Cup probably been there.
Presidents. I mean.
It was Melbourne, yeah.
Yeah. Like it was just there, wasn't it? Like
I think
the last
so.
one.
Yeah, that sounds right. Pretty sweet though. For like, what's going to happen if guys like Cam Smith are going over there? That's a loss, in my opinion. That's a big loss.
That's a big loss. Number
Yeah,
two.
they're gonna have to figure out a way to get along or put something together.
I don't know. Live
Who
Boys
knows?
lost their court appearance yesterday.
Yeah, true.
Liv just might eat the PGA though.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
know.
mine.
They still don't have the biggest yet.
Well, you start getting guys like Cam Smith, man. That's a
Yeah.
little different than Ian Poulter.
Yeah. Okay, I had two. Just sorry to drag this on. I had 2 pet peeves.
Did it?
People not knowing the rules. Like in a match, playoffs. I'm not saying it happened. I'm not saying it didn't. But like if you hit one deep in the bush and you find it, it's not a 1-stroke penalty straight out, not close to the hole. It's not.
Okay, but there's also a lot of guys who
position-
take one stroke when they lose it too.
Yeah, I know, but what position am I in to say no? That's not the rules.
Yeah, true. Because with the other one,
Awkward
it's pretty
spots.
cut and dry. Like if you lose a ball, it's 2 strokes. You can call that out pretty easily.
Yeah,
Not that you always do, but you can.
Right.
yeah. This one, and it's like whatever. I'm not going to be a dickhead, but it's like those aren't the rules. Why do you think people try to hit it out of the bush? If it was just a one-shot lift to go anywhere you wanted, not close to the hole, I mean, you're going to take that every single time.
Yeah.
So what's the ruling there, Reggie? You just go straight back as far as
In
you
line
can-
with the flag.
Yeah.
You have to keep the flag, like,
Between you.
yeah. You have to drop with
Or
where
what?
you were
I
between you
thought
and the
there's
flag.
2 options, or 2
Or you can
club
take
lengths,
2
no
club
closer
lengths.
to the hole.
Or you can go back to the tee and re-hit.
Right.
Or where you hit from and re-hit.
Right.
But it's not.
That
just
probably
take it
is a
anywhere.
rule though that the average golfer does not know.
Right,
Not that they're trying
definitely.
to cheat. It's probably that they just don't know.
Yeah, I know, but I just and the last one, and it is what it is, but guys that don't talk while somebody's hitting, but they whisper. Why? Just shut up for 5 seconds. You don't need to whisper to get what you have to say out right then. Just shut up. No,
It's almost worse sometimes.
it is. It's way
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, because you can't hear what they're saying, but you know that they're
Oh
doing
my
it.
Yeah,
God.
yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Because then you're like, what the fuck did he say? And then he's still talking and you can't
And
hear
you're
it.
still
Yeah.
like you don't even focus on your shot, and then you hook one. You're like, oh, you.
So if we had Mertz on the show, he would bring another one up here. But I'll talk briefly about
Oh.
what.
You'll be able to go back and hear that one on the on the recording.
What?
Somebody's
toot?
let one rip in here somewhere in
tooted?
this room, and I don't know who it was.
Oh, I missed a comment from Chaz here. So the course we played in Minneapolis, yeah, Barrett's correct for sure. He agrees. The course we played in Minneapolis was sick. So if you're ever there, I don't know how many guys would be going there to Minneapolis, but if you're there for a Jays game, like a lot of guys go down for that. The amount of people at the border we were there for an hour trying to get in there. So every course in the area was just packed. Like couldn't find a tee time before 5, and it didn't help that we had 8 guys also trying to find back-to-back tee times, but we ended up finding like a sick course. It was called Stonebrook, about a half hour out of the city. Just mint. Like it had so many cool holes. It was just a perfect course. You had to actually play shots. You couldn't just get up there and whack the ball. It had well-placed water. It had some awesome views. And it even had a ferry on one of the holes. So you tee off and then you hit it over the water onto the fairway, dog leg. And after you hit, there's a ferry there. They load your carts up and drive you across the water. So
That's sick.
it was pretty sweet. But Mertz was pretty fired up at who was it, Lopes and Rubes. Because I guess they were, you know how some of the courses with the houses along them and stuff, even places like Poplar Ridge would be the same kind of thing. But Mertzy was fired up about Rubes. I think hit one out of some guy's backyard because it was technically out of bounds. So we had a big discussion on whether it should be out of bounds or how to play those. And I'm still under the impression that if it's like in
Playable.
course and like you can see it and play it and hit it, like just hit it. What was that?
East was asking if we're done yet.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
So that's my opinion.
She's married. You can't do anything about it now.
Yeah, I'm toast.
If you're I'll fire up that banner again. If you feel like you can hit your ball, you should be able to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Call me crazy.
I'm on the team OB's OB.
Are you? Even if it's stupid?
Yeah.
I'm not. Definitely not.
Not on the guys' trip. Play it from wherever the hell you can.
No, for sure. In that case, yes. But if it's
right, I'm not talking tournament.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or men's night. I mean, men's night you can in any match you have the ability to say yes or no, and as long as both guys agree to it, you're fine. In my opinion.
I agree with that too. All rules of golf are out the window if it's in a match.
Okay, should we get out of here? Well,
yeah.
Reggie's still married. We'll see.
I got to go do some more pickling. So, oh yeah, you fucking do.
Quickly, one last thing before we go. Rossman Lake Tournament Friday. If you haven't registered yet and want to, reach out to us. We still have room for 4 teams. And finally, we kind of stopped saying this on here. I don't know why we did. It probably just sounded like a broken record. But if you've been watching the episodes and if you've been enjoying them, we're on episode 91 now. So we're having a good time doing this, and we love doing the live chat. So just quickly press like, maybe subscribe. It goes a long way for us, and it's, it makes a difference. So we really appreciate it. If you don't mind just taking a quick second to do it. That's it. We don't ask often, but if you've been watching, it means a lot to us. So with that, drumsies, round us out.
With that, let's get out of here, boys, as usual. We'll chat next week. But that's it. Let's get out of here. Peace. Love you boys later.
Love you, boys. And see you later to everybody in the chat. See you next week.